Disclaimer. The following video contains some very heavy topics, such as excessive gore and blood, which some viewers might find disturbing. Though it is only sound and a still image, I rather wanted to make sure to warn anyone who might be sensitive to such themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Come with me and enter a world where facts sometimes are even stranger than fiction.
Past possibility. Real or wrong? Hosted by Jameson Flakes. We live in a world where reality and fantasy live side by side. Where illusions are disguised as substance, and magic is a thing that exists. Can you separate truth from fiction? To do so, you must break through the web of your misconceptions about what's real, and open your mind to things past possibility.
Look at this geometrical shape. At first, it seems to be pretty simple, but let's see what happens if we move our attention to the parts below. Now the two rectangular sides become three round end pieces. The shape still is the same, but depending on the perspective, it can look very different. Tonight, we will present to you 5 stories, and it's up to you to decide which are true and which are just made up. But be careful, for sometimes a story which seems to be one way could turn out the other way by simply changing perspective.
Now it's time to see which of our stories were real and which were wrong. It's the final act of past possibility.
Now let's see which of our stories were true and which were fabricated. First, there was the story of the weird humanoid robot, which had enough of being seen as a joke all the time. Was it based on reality?
Ha! Quick, take a photo of me with the silly robot. Okay, say, friendship. Friendship! What's happening?
What's the matter? Am I not silly enough for you?
Rarity! Please let me go.
Maybe you'll find this one funnier, but you will have to wait for the punchline. It's a two-parter.
A comedic robot turned bloodthirsty killer machine. Could something like that really have happened? Maybe, but not with Robotus. This story is completely made up. Next, let's take a look at the story about the zombie outbreak, caused by a not-so-harmless prank gone wrong.
Did we lose them? Why are we running from the ponies of Ponyville? What happened to all of our friends? I think it's something in the cookies.
That's ridiculous. Philly Got cookies haven't changed for years. It's not like there's a new ingredient that's turning the whole town into cookie-craving zombies.
Unless there is... What are you saying?
What did you do?
Cover the windows! Okay, so I switched all the Philly Guide cookies for joke cookies that were supposed to make ponies mouth rainbow, but somehow turned every pony into mindless cookie-eating zombies instead. I figure we just hide out here until the effects wear off, and as long as no pony else eats the cookies, we'll be fine. That's lovely, darling, except for one thing. We've already eaten them. What? No!
Looks like your prank up and backfired.
Oh no! It can't be happening!
Did such a story really happen? Indeed it did. Something similar took place in Ponyville around season 6. Now let's revisit the tale of a young princess who became corrupted by jealousy.
Sister, are you here?
Not another step.
Luna, we need to talk to you. We know you're upset, but this behavior cannot continue.
Oh, is that so? Did you really expect us to sit idly by while they all bask in your precious light?
This is really not the time for such a talk. You are a princess of Equestria and our sister, if you like it or not. So quit this act and let us raise the sun.
You're right, we are a princess. But there can only be one princess in Equestria. And that princess will be us!
Luna, we will not fight you. You must lower the moon. It is your duty.
Luna, we are Nightmare Moon. And we have but one royal duty now, to destroy you.
Would our beloved Princess Luna really let herself be possessed by evil? If your answer is yes, I'm sad to say you're mistaken. This story is nothing more than just an old pony's tale. And what about the changeling queen enacting her revenge on those who dared to ignore her? Could this story bear any truth?
Apple Bloom, you can't be serious. But I am. As I'm pretty mature for my age, there shouldn't be any problem. I mean, it even is consensual. You won't get such a chance again.
Don't say such things. It's just wrong. And I won't do it, no matter what you're gonna say.
No problem. I'm sure there are many ponies in the dark alleys of this town who would love to get a piece of that plot. So it's actually only your loss. See you later, sister.
Wait.
Yes? Have you changed your mind?
As much as I will hate to do these things with you, I would hate myself even more if I'd let you do them with some strangers. So yeah, I'll do as you wish.
Excellent. So let's not waste any more time and get to the fun part.
Did this story really happen? Is the changeling queen such a butt-sore boiler that she would force a pony to fuck her own sister? Shockingly, the answer is yes. Such a story happened not long ago, again in Ponyville. And last but not least, let's take a second look at the story about the CMC's investigation at the underground cloning lab. They discovered a deeply rooted conspiracy, but were you able to discover whether this story is true?
Access denied. Please wait until lockdown is lifted.
The store is shut as well. What are we going to do now?
There is no escape. Surrender and you will be properly executed. Any resistance will be met with violent force.
This way. I think I can see a working elevator.
Get them, Agent. Ah, you missed. That was yours, not mine. Agent classified. All of our shots have been missing. What is wrong with us?
Oh, quick! We need to hurry! I'm right behind you!
Security breach. Releasing another unit.
Ah!
You cannot escape me, my little pony.
Does this story about an underground cloning facility sound at all reasonable to you? Well, it should, because such an incident has indeed happened near. Sorry for the interference. There seemed to be a problem with my connection, but now everything is the way it's supposed to be. As I was saying, the last story obviously is nothing more than fiction. A made-up story of some no-life sci-fi fan, and not at all something that really happened. So, how did you do tonight? Could you distinguish the real from the unreal? Because even though some things seem to be unreal at first, sometimes they are simply past possibility. I'm Jameson Flakes.
Join us next time for more incredible stories on past possibility, real or wrong.